Ugh. Alright. Hello, everybody, here for the Game 3 of the G League Grand Finals between DK and Invictus Gaming. IG down 2-0 right now to DK. DK one game away from clinching that victory. IG on the brink of elimination. In this tournament, they've fought so hard to try and win. But DK just overpowering the first two games, overpowering them just in team fights, essentially, the first two games. But regardless, a new game, new draft, new heroes. And from DK so far, we have bans out from them, being the DK, the Storm Spirit, the Chen, and the Nyx. IG banning out the OD, the Enchantress, the Venomancer, and the Viper. So, Prophet going to be a pickup for DK, as well as the Invoker and Visage. Prophet being denied from IG this time around, not going to have faith, or YYF rather, on that hero. And we're going to see another Ice Invoker. Visage being picked up by DK as well. And a Naga pickup. It'll be cool to see if this is a carry Naga played by Burning. Absolutely insane lately when it's been played in the pro scene, just doing so much work, having all that push potential once you get the items up. Burning, again, being very good at getting those items, as he is one of the best farmers in the scene overall. So, but IG, in the meantime, picking up the Alchemist, picking up the IO, picking up the Darkseer. So Darkseer is certainly a interesting pickup for IG. Most likely it would be the offlane hero for Faith. Not Faith, YYF. I keep getting those two mixed up. But we're going to have the Wisp Tiny combo for IG, so how and likely Banana going to be pairing up on that. Going to be quite the sight to see. Those two being, again, players from Tong Fu contracted over to IG and now playing for IG in this grand final. But IG certainly looking to go in the late game, so this Naga Siren, even if she doesn't manage to get those items up as a carry, gonna have to contest that IO Tiny. A very strong force in the late game. Can certainly take on a 5 versus 1 fight, maybe, depending on how far ahead they get. But could see a lot of neat combos with this Darkseer. Again, with the vacuum being very strong, we can see the Alchemist stun thrown as the Darkseer vacuums, getting large stuns, then the tiny combo, and then just the massive cleave. Oh, that'd be great to see. I know IG could certainly pull it off. But in the meantime, DK banning out the Coddle, and IG banning out that Pugna. And one last support or a carry for DK. And we will have our draft, or we'll have all 5 heroes for DK rather. But IG gonna look either towards a solo mid hero or another support. Alchemist can be played as a solo mid or support. Darkseer solo mid or support. Rather, solo mid or a offlaner. But I'm surely going to be a support. Tiny definitely going to be that carry. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if they're going to put How on it or Ferrari. Ferrari, of course, could play the Tiny mid, but I'm not sure the viability of that in this situation, especially against an Invoker. So DK is still contemplating that last pickup for themselves. And yeah, interesting draft so far by both teams, actually. The first 2 picks on either side being pretty standard, and then breaking wide open in the second pick phase with Naga Siren being picked up, as well as Darkseer and Tiny. And Slardar will be the last pickup by DK, so this will be a support Naga, it seems. Slardar going to be the carry for DK. Bit disappointed. Not going to see my carry Naga Siren. But regardless, Slardar, a very good hero. Actually could be played as support, but not we don't know yet, so can't make these assumptions too quickly. But Slardar with the AoE stun as well. And Puck going to be the last pickup for IG, so we're going to see a Ferrari Puck. And against the Ice Invoker. Going to be a great matchup mid. But how we'll be playing that Tiny, so it's going to be Tiny in the safe lane. Ferrari going to be against Ice most likely. Burning actually picking up the profit rather than the Slaughter. So Burning going to farm up on the profit. Slaughter going to be Bushi's hero. And Lanham as well as MMY going to be playing the Visage and Naga Siren. So again, a bit disappointed I don't get to see a carry Naga Siren, but the Slaughter just as interesting a pick.
10 seconds remaining.
Certainly going to help with the negative armor factor in doing an early Roshan or something of that manner. And IG having the great teamfight potential with their heroes. DK not so much. Do have the Naga ultimate just in case they get stuck in a sticky situation, but
prepare for battle.
But DK going with more of the lesser of a team fight lineup, more of a rat sort of lineup. But still has team fight potential, just not as much as IG. But anyway, I'm going to get into the hero introductions. We have MY on the Visage, Lenham on the Naga, Mushi playing the Slardar, Ice, of course, playing that Voker again, and Burning on the Prophet. IG defending their woods from the treants from Lanham and Mushi. And IG gonna back off on that aggression towards the Tower of DK. Lanham still looking to place a sentry somewhere, it seems. Maybe on that safe lane camp. Moy does have the words, did place one top? Yeah, definitely place one top. But our lanes are starting to pan out.
The battle begins.
We will have a YOF on the Dark Seer. Safe lane bottom. Ferrari going to be playing that solo mid puck as I mentioned earlier. Tongfu, or Banana rather, going to be playing that Alchemist. How on the Tiny. Going to be played with Faith, so Faith, not the former Tongfu player, but rather still a great support player. Going to be chilling with How majority of this game. And again, we have our Puck versus Invoker mid and YWF bottom. No Surge level 1 here, so if he is caught out, he is indeed dead, but I don't think the Surge would help in this case. They do have a net, they do have slows, and they do have a stun from Slaughter. And Lanham and MMY are going to pull the creeps to this small camp. And bit of contest now in this bottom lane. Oh, if Iron shelling up a creep. It's going to chase Lanham. Lanham surely a bit worried about that.
Bottom tower is under
And
attack.
DK is getting some early creep damage on that tower. Banana going for the level and stun rather than the acid spray. Can't really hold that push off too well until he gets another level. But How, Faith, chilling on the top lane, gonna have to face up against Burning. Not the scariest thing though. Burning actually getting 0 last hit so far versus the 5 of How. Very actually, and I missed the first blood mid. Ice surely pulling off some miraculous play against the Puck of Ferrari using the Cold Snap as well as Sunstrike it seems, so well played by him. Likely just blown up. Didn't really have enough time to react there even. But YF gonna be able to harass Mushi back underneath the tower. Gonna take a lot of damage from these iron shells. Now MY gonna rotate mid, but Ferrari far enough back that it's not really gonna matter. And Invoker having that Basilius up. Bring now on 4 last hits, not doing terrible, but How of course doing better on sitting on 10 last hits on the Tiny. And Ice, Ferrari trading blows. we do have the Naga as well as MMY on the Visage top, so How may play a little bit more careful. Not knowing they're here though, IG having no wards to catch out that rotation, knowing they're not mid, however, as Mushi struggling on the solo lane to get any more last hits with the iron shells. Faith doing some D-ward on that top room. How in the meantime, I'm going to rotate towards the bottom lane, fearing for his life in the top lane. Had a feeling that DK supported rotated up there, and Sterling can take a lane versus Mushi. As he does have the higher base damage by 7 points. Not an insane amount, but any number greater than the opponent is, of course, better. And let's check the last hits. Ferrari and Invoker trading pretty evenly off. An extra 5 CS on Ice. Ice. Maybe looking to get another kill on Ferrari, but with Faith nearby, I really doubt it would happen. Meanwhile, Banana in the top lane, being chased up by Burning as well as Lanham. Now treed up. However, Tango's out. It manages to stay alive. We could see a Sunstrike from Ice, maybe, but nope. Last hit from Burning manages to kill him. Faith not going to be looking at Burning in time, so well played by Burning there. Not even needing the Sunstrike from Invoker. Picking up those phase boots now. Naga and MY going to back off that top tower. Not taking too much damage from them though. And How in the bottom lane working towards phase boots. While we have picking up the Soul Ring, going to be able to spin out the Iron Shell much more frequently now. Certainly going to be a pain in the side for DK, as they do have plenty of melee heroes. Or 2 rather, not plenty. And yeah. IG looking for a gank mid here as as Banana and Faith are chilling in the nearby vicinity. YF gonna keep continuing to push this lane in as Slaughter rotates top now. Burning gonna be playing the bottom lane. Gonna fight up against How. How gonna maybe struggle a bit more than he was before, as this is a ranged hero versus a melee, of course. So might take a bit more damage than he wants to in the near future. However, Tong Banana, as well as Faith, I just wish I could change his name on my own screen and just make it Banana in itself. Banana gonna find a haste rune and tether in from Faith. How looking to dive on the Burning here. Teleport reaction in from Lanham, however, so they're gonna fall back nearly instantly. And How gonna go in anyway? Nearly gets a kill onto Burning. However, Sunstrike missing from Ice. Doesn't matter though. Nagasarn cleaning up How. And Ice looking to go on Ferrari here, but not gonna be able to take some tower hits. Now 0-3. IG down a bit in this game. Really gonna be able to play towards the late game over with the Tiny and Wisp, so shouldn't really worry for them. And Sunstrike missing on the bottom lane. Lanham in a bit of trouble now. Stun coming out from Banana, and How not managing to kill him. Banana tanking out once again. And Faith very low. Sunstrike on cooldown for another 10 seconds for Ice. Not gonna have enough mana, so gonna have to see if he can get it in time. Another 10 mana for him. And Faith, no, nothing yet from Ice. And it's getting to the point where she just stop watching, as Faith is going to make it back safely to the base. OF in the meantime on the top lane. continuing to throw that Iron Shell harass on the Mushi, as well as his creeps. Targeting pushed in mighty well now, taking 500 damage over the past couple minutes. Faith down the bottom lane with How once again. How gonna go on burning, however, land him right there. How gonna take a lot of damage from that Sunstrike, going down now. Faith in a bit of trouble as well, but DK just gonna back off. Mushi now sprinting after YYF. Damage jam topped. And Invoker mid in a bit of trouble as Banana did rotate in for a gank. And seems like his may make it out, but no, certainly not. But in the meantime, Burning did clean up the Ferrari mid in exchange for the Invoker. So we went for one trade in the mids. Not the worst of trades, not the best of trades. Even in all respects, to be honest. But let's check the last hits real quick as DK topping leaderboards in that factor. 40 last hits on Icy Size, 38 on Burning, 35 on Mushi. Mushi now going for the stun on YYF, sprinting after that courier actually even. But nope, just putting the damage temp again on YYF. But YYF having the next most last hits. Really easy for YF or for Darkseer in general to get last hits with the Iron Shell. Just too much damage put out in a damage over time format. Really doesn't bode well for trying to last it, especially because you don't want to get in range of it. But then after that, How having 30 something last hits, a little bit below those of the top farmers on DK, and Ferrari of course at the bottom of that top 3 for IG. So IG likely a bit behind if we check the gold graph, and indeed they are 3,000 behind. No towers exchanged yet either, so purely based off of farming and hero kills thus far, and about 4,000 experience. So DK could be looking to take this lead into the mid game as Lanham smokes in and net onto YYF as he tries to surge. Mushi getting blown up there. Darkseer slaying him, Burning killing the Darkseer in exchange, however. And Banana gonna chill there. Not really anyone for him to try and chase down. Naga Illusion chasing down Lanham, trying to get as much damage as he can, see if get a kill there, but to no avail. Ferrari now. Could have been a bit of trouble there had Icy Size decided to cast a cold snap, but managing to make it past. Ferrari in a really precarious situation now with this lane. Could easily be solo killed by the Invoker should he misclick even in the slightest. In the meantime, Burning farming up quite a bit. Has the Belt of Strength, likely going to go for the Necro. Very popular on the Nature's Prophets as of late. Lanham. Mushi smoking up. Gonna look for a kill on How. How. Treat up now. Tree's broken by Faith, and Sunstrike gonna miss. So, all pop by Lanham. Darkseer actually killed by Invoker on the top lane, and Io getting blown up on the bottom, which was obviously gonna happen, but rather, Invoker dying to Darkseer in the mid lane, so IG gonna push mid while DK likely to push this bottom tower. How gonna try and defend with Ferrari. Naga Illusion's being blown up nearly instantly. And How damage amped up by Mushi, all going out onto Mushi. Faith eating that stun from Mushi and nearly going down there from the Sunstrike. Faith in a bit of trouble now. However, now starting falling a bit safer now. And relocate out of Banana as well as Faith, and they're not going to find the rest of DK here. Faith may fall. Invoker in a bit of trouble now. Pops the mechanism, and Burning coming in just in time to save his life. How now going to run away. Stun going to come out from Banana onto Ice. Going to die to the last orb from Ferrari. Ferrari dodging the Soul Assumption from MMY, but not being able to dodge the harass from the Forge Spirits. Mushi damage jumping everyone up. Gonna try and get a kill here on Faith or How. Mushi getting a stun on Faith. Faith, Soul Assumption from the Visage actually not getting the last hit. One last right click from Invoker does so actually. And DK gonna continue to try and push this bottom lane. Kill score 6-9 in DK's favor. Top tier 1 went down. Why we have not joining that fight at all. Could be a grave mistake as DK actually losing the experience. Now 3 teleports in actually from IG as Banana rotates back in, gets a stun up on MMY. MMY dropping to the Alchemist. Mushi now running away. Banana denying that bottom tower, and Mushi sprinting away as fast as he can, as fast as his Silvery Tail can push him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Banana now rotating mid. Let's throw a stun out here on Ice Ice it seems. Taking a lot of damage though just from the Prophet ult, and now the Force Spirit's going to fall on those backlines. Ult out from Ferrari onto Mushi. Mushi now going to stun up. Ferrari breaks the tether and takes a bit of damage from that. Mushi going to fall though. And MMY going to throw the Soul Assumption onto How. Going to be a-okay however. The Invoker did drop in that fight as well. In the river down here. But IG taking a 2 kills. Just taking 2 kills there from DK. Ferrari blinking out there. And IG looking to try and come back in this game as gold trending in IG's favor. Very much so. And experience in IG's favor now as well. Sunstrike from Invoker missing on all of IG's heroes. And Visage going down. Banana in a bit of trouble. Mushi burning. Burning getting very low actually. Ferrari gonna end up killing him. Land him popping the ult, and DK look to retreat here. Unless they want to go on Ferrari. Ferrari silencing Mushi. And just Tiny blowing up the Naga Siren with the stun. Mushi now stunning up How in a bit of trouble now, taking lots of damage. Treed up by the Nature's Prophet now. Tiny drop, or rather Slardar dropping, Nagas or Invoker dropping, and Tiny dropping in that fight. Hard to pay attention when you're this tired, folks. It's a miracle I haven't passed out yet, but burning regardless. Buying back for that fight. Delaying that necro a little bit longer, but no big deal. 900 off it right now. Lanham MMY pushing the lane out as the top tower falls for IG. And IG look to defend this mid tower. Not too late though. DK already backing up far enough that it's no danger to them if IG tries to teleport in. But yeah, net worth's looking pretty even. Looking at the gold, IG taking a sharp advantage. Now sharply going into the disadvantage. It's going to try and push this mid tower now. Slash actually denying it with his familiars. Well played by MMY. IG gonna look to push out mid now. That's gold. Going up and down as these towers exchanged. Experience heavily in IG's favor now, so really not going well for their DK after those exchanges in the bottom lane. Bushi though with the bottom now. Good to see these orbs and relocate in from How as well as Faith. Gonna kill up Ice and not get a kill on MY or Lanham, or possibly could. Faith gonna make it out. Gonna get killed up by Bush though. Has the double damage, killed in one hit. Rest in peace, my dear friend. Very well played by you though in that fight, as he did relocate in for the kill. And IG not going to push their advantage, going to rotate top, see if they can get a kill onto burning. while this mid tower stands. And burning. Banana thrown onto the creeps, tosses the stun. Orb out from Ferrari, burning, just blown up by IG. So DK now seems to be on the back foot for the first time in quite a while throughout the series. Mushi has drums ready if he wants to buy the drums. However, they're going to do Roshan. Forge Spirits as well as the damage amp onto Roshan, really going to reduce his base armor pretty severely. And negative 13 on... Oh, just absolutely disgusting how much that does in terms of damage. And fight. Very, very good spell, certainly. Especially for doing early Roshans. And Ferrari, YYF, all gathered by the Roshan pit. How and Faith rotating in. DK just gonna look to run away with their lives. And meteor dropped by Ice. YYF actually gonna fall there from the last little assumption from MMY. YYF buying back instantly, however. MMY not gonna drop here. Soul Storm going out to How dropping to the familiars, however, as well as a right click from burning. Now, Banana in a bit of trouble. Non-illusion tripping too strong, nearly perma-stunning him with the cold snap upon him. And buyback from How now as well. And Necro 3 on the Prophet. Lanham gonna go down here to the final stuns and acid spray of Banana. And DK actually, I'd say, winning that fight. And all this hate for these Forge Spirits. Necro popped by Prophet, sent into the pit. And Roshan is certainly going to fall here. Mushi, though, running in, stunning. And Dire getting the final blow on him. And Alk buying back. Invoke getting a double kill there on the Tiny as well as the Darks here. Wisp now falling. Ferrari going to teleport out. And IG seemingly losing the advantage they had as that Roshan went to the Dire, and didn't catch who caught it, but it seems Mushi picked up the Aegis. So DK having the goal advantage go back to their favorite. It's like the last 10 minutes didn't even matter for IG now, as they're back to where they started as far as goal advantage in DK's favor. Experience, just the back and forth in this game is absolutely insane for both teams. IG really playing their hearts out, and TK doing the same. However, Banana gonna throw the stun out onto MMY. Could retreat though. Not enough teammates in the vicinity to justify the cause of trying to kill him. Like him being MMY, by the way. And Burning now has the Necro 3. Gonna start looking to push down some towers. Oh, looking for wards, I guess. Yeah, definitely looking for wards. Gonna spot this one out of IG's. Not gonna. Yes, indeed, it's gonna kill it actually. Great, actually, the awarding tool. Pretty interesting that he's gonna use the True Sight from the Necro Warrior to kill all these wards of IG. Such familiars in the bean lane, by the way, in the meantime, being pests to, pests, just being pests in general. And Necro gonna come up from Ice now here as well. So it's gonna be 2 Necros on the side of DK. And DK now having that gold advantage they had earlier. Experience, however, pretty much matched, even in that sense. IG ever gonna look to maybe, no, not do Ancients, rather just, yeah, Brandon's gonna do some Ancients. Ferrari doing some dewarding, having picked up a gem. How Faith gonna farm up on this bottom lane. How having the drums now working towards the Aghanims. Yes, Faith getting some real boots now. Ice in the meantime gonna push out the bottom lane with Lanham and MMY. Certainly can pop the Necro, also has the mechanism, of course. Ward spotting out the ward placed by Lanham and MMY. Gonna deward, however, having that great game sense. And Aegis on Mushi gonna expire in another 3 minutes time. Banana, YYF, chilling in this bottom lane. YYF having the mechanism up for IG. Banana using that
Radiant's bottom tower is under
medallion. And Frouwo gonna teleport in on this bottom lane. Gonna look.
attack.
Oh, Mushi actually blinking and getting the stun on Frouwo. Frouwo falling here. Stun up too quickly by Mushi. Now YYF falling on the darks here. And Visage getting the last hit on to Banana. So a 3 for 0 and a tower here for DK on this bottom lane. Top lane gonna be attempted by IG, but may or may not get in time. But DK now gonna go straight for the racks with the Necros up. And Fari forced to buy back by that. No teleport back yet by How and Faith, just teleporting back now. DK is surely going to take this tower and just really falling apart for IG after that last 3 for 0 exchange. Not what you want, my friends. Mushi getting stun up on How in the meantime. 4-man ult from Ferrari and the vacuum in from YYF. Let him gonna get out of here. They do not want any part of this. Nope, nope, never mind. Mushi coming in, now setting up YYF. Faith gonna retreat. Ferrari blinks in, silence, gonna orb out, and burning and ice is getting so much more lower. Mushi in the meantime getting low as well. All of DK's heroes just all sitting below that 33% health threshold. And gonna fall back after picking up the melee Rex, but IG falling so much more behind now. The small gold advantage they had before just absolutely obliterated by the gold advantage DK has now, heading nearly 8,000. Experience in the meantime swinging all the way into IG's here now, totally in the opposite direction in DK's favor. Just IG having the advantage, but not fighting as a team, just letting the Wisp Tiny do their own thing while the 3 other heroes struggle to take a team fight against 5 opposing heroes of DK. And Mushi about to lose at Aegis, but now working towards the BKB, has the blink. And experience a bit of lag. Relocate by Faith and How gonna be blown up instantly, as well as Faith, so fighting into 5 DK heroes once again. Just IG's playing fragmented, I'd say. They're not playing as 5, while in the meantime DK sticking together mostly at all times, being in the same area. Now Banana and YYF gonna be caught out here. YYF doing what he can, vacuums in 3, but DK Mushi actually gonna dive onto Banana. Banana Sunstruck up, but the creep's gonna take some of that damage. Mushi losing the Aegis and dying. Bit miscalculated there by him. Surely just expired before he died, or not too long before he died, but Lyra now having a gem, and DK gonna take this mid lane to Rex, as really Faith cannot do anything. However, How gonna be back up in a second, but not in time for the melee Rex to fall. GG called up by IG, just a disappointing loss for them, as they really had the chance to come back in this game. But again, not playing as 5, not being able to overpower DK, as their heroes were not in the right places at the right time, and DK gonna win the 2013 G League Grand Finals here in January 2014. Yeah, so DK winning 3-0 over IG. IG just putting out a lackluster performance really in all 3 games, having the potential really to take control, but not playing as a team, I really feel. But yeah, DK winning that $32,000 grand prize. IG going to be sent home only with 8,000, and DK going to have all that glory of winning the G League bestowed upon them. And yeah, that's all I really got to say about this tournament. So thank you for watching. Again, this is Frouwo casting. I apologize if any of my coherency or casting in general was off. I am extremely tired. Been casting for quite a while today, and yeah. But if you like the cast, leave a like, subscribe, that kind of stuff, all the kind of stuff you do when you like things. If you didn't like it, I really appreciate constructive criticism. You can contact me via Twitter, via YouTube, via Twitch, and I will try and respond to those mediums and work on my casting skills as you suggest. But yeah, thanks again for watching. This is Frouwo, and I will see you guys some other time. And yeah, see ya.